Well, good morning, our beloveds, though it matters not what time of day it really is. We, the Hopi Collective, are really integrating into our another. And we must say that she doesn't enjoy some of it. We bring in Kundalini energy, which is hot feeling. You feel like you're overheating, like you're going to burst or pop because you cannot dissipate this energy. We have shared about this before, that your bodies would change during these times of earth changes, during the Kali Yuga, during the Kundalini awakening from the dark night of the soul that humanity is going through. Our another is going through her second large or magnanimous initiation. And it is not what she thought it would be. The first time she was heavily medicated because it was too much to have this Kundalini energy surging through her bodies because the anxiety, the nervousness, the heavy metals in her brain, the lack of sleep, the confusion, and the mismatch within her physical and her spiritual world. It was intense. Now, this new initiation that we have brought about is still an increase with her energetic imprint, but because her body was already at a high vibration, the difference isn't as noticeable, though it is noticeable. She also has us here teaching her, guiding her, explaining to her what is going on. Therefore, there is less anxiety from worry and just simply the anxiety, if you will, from an overly processed energetic or nervous system right now. And just like many of you, she has many challenges on the horizon, and we are asking her to stand up, to speak up, and to defend herself, to be kind and loving and aggressive where appropriate, to recognize her worth while accepting that she cannot control other people's behaviors. She can simply accept others as they are and or walk away. You cannot really change others as we move into this new energetic imprint, because that manipulative energy will no longer be supported by the Piscean age, because that is long gone. You are now in the Aquarian age, which means that the energetic imprint of what draws you forward, and specifically how you manifest, has changed. So for those of you who follow the old Abraham Hicks methodology and knew how it felt in your body, you most likely are having great difficulty manifesting in this new energetic imprint, because you are no longer able to force it by setting your thoughts and desires, creating vision boards, and that type of behavior. In this new energetic imprint, it is about what does your soul desire, setting your intentions, releasing it to the universe, and allowing us to pull you forward in the appropriate timing and manner. There is no point in trying to force things that are not meant to be, because the universe will no longer allow it. Allow people to migrate to their new locations where they are meant to be. Like attracts like. Recognize that the Earth's changes are going to magnify with time, and you will see more and more destruction as well as renewal. It is not all bad. It is also regrowth, regeneration, reintegration of what you all know to be true, which is love conquers all. But you must also be patient with what this looks like, because sometimes people need to leave your life. Opportunities must close their doors, and you will find new ways to pay your bills and to experience life. If you can, to the best of your ability, stay away from the worry while recognizing the realities and limitations within which you find yourselves, and allow us the space to craft the solutions based on your intentions. Not, I want a house, but I want a space where I'm safe and cared for, where I am nurtured and loved and tended to by the universe. Do you see the difference? One is very specific, the other is an energetic imprint of what it feels like to be cared for by the universe. And then we will do that. As these earth changes come about, much will shift. Not like you envision, not like Edgar Cayce has been prophesied to share. It will be different because the probabilities that he tuned into back then have shifted some. When one person who is important, if you will, makes a critical decision that changes the nature of humanity's outcome, that means that the timeline or path that you all were predicted to move along no longer exists, and you are on a different timeline. But that does not mean that the earth changes are not real, and that humanity will not go through these experiences. It just means that the probabilities have shifted to a slightly different outcome. And the fact is, if you look at politics, if you choose one individual over another, you can see how just that single individual can make decisions that dramatically alter the course of that particular country and its immigrants and its inhabitants and its creatures and its natural resources. So we would encourage you to really recognize how love looks and feels. It's not always a generous handout, but it's also not a slap, a back slap, a hit, a punch, a gunshot to the head. There is a balanced way that a parent loves their child. And it first comes from unconditional love and acceptance, and then reintegrating what they never learned by encouraging their child or children to become the best version of themselves, to encourage them to dream and believe in themselves, to encourage them to find their own points of inspiration, and to inspire them to dream of something bigger than what you all were taught was possible. And even within that, you just allow them to make mistakes and course correct instead of telling them what to do, when to do, and how to do it. You do not teach your children. You do not encourage your children to grow. You force them to blindly follow somebody else's autocratic imprint. And we are no longer in that energetic imprint. We are now in the points of inspiration that draw you forward. So see if you can parent your children differently, if you can parent yourself differently. Get into therapy, ideally. Trauma-based or trauma-informed therapy will help you to connect to that inner child within you that you have denied, neglected, and ignored for so long, and who really wishes to be healed along with the young people. Finding you in this new energetic imprint as we finish off this year of 2024 can be a lot of fun, or it can be painful, depending upon your mindset. When something really catastrophic happens, try to the best of your ability to say, something good will come out of this. I know I will learn some amazing lessons. It's going to force me to approach my solution process through a different approach or mentality. And if I can just grow into who I am meant to be and expand my limited belief systems therein, I will find the solutions. Where do you think the greatest teachers and innovators came from? The master of invention is necessity. And the more we limit your current choices in certain ways, the more we force you to innovate into new ways, because man is designed and implemented to grow, to evolve, to adapt, and to explore. So see where you can change your mindset into something a little bit healthier, and a little bit more intuitive. Finding that peace within you will spark your point of inspiration. And we, the Hopi Collective, are here to bring about the reconnectivity between all humans and, honestly, all living creatures. Where when you say all is one, it won't just be words coming from your mouth, but will be a visceral body experience where you will connect to all living creatures on this planet. Even the plants, they have a consciousness as well. So finding you within this new journey is really like finding Waldo. Where is Waldo when everything looks like him? Find your unique imprint, and you will no longer have to look for yourself outside of yourself, because you will know where you are, who you are, what you are, and why you came to experience life this time around. And then once you really have that knowing, it's just moving forward to find greater and greater expressions of who you are, where you get to shine bigger and brighter and more effectively, and where people around you will really feel safe with you because you present differently. You're not here to take from anyone else. You're here just to shine brightly and to offer your light without any expectation of getting anything in return other than being loved, seen, and valued. That is it, our beloveds. And so it is. Namaste.